That was a heavy situation. This is a heavy video to start off for YouTube with. Calm me down if you got 3 daddies too.
You do need to take a shot because what is going on?
Come on,
I mean, it's like, you know, people know Aaliyah, but people, you know, it's different. We
gotta sit here and explain to the world.
So many people judge too.
It's gonna get real interesting by 15 minutes in. Once that shot kick in. Oh, look at me. I look so sweet.
You're not sweet. I forgot we were recording.
You ready? We can't toast to safe sex and paychecks on this one.
So we're gonna toast to our 3 daddies.
You're right.
And our grandmas.
And our grandma. Ooh.
Toast to our mamas too.
Take some the ladies.
Don't do me. You got enough of my business on motherfucking social media, okay?
Them some bad bitches though.
Get your notes.
Yeah, my phone.
Why are we talking about this today?
Okay, because we always talk about this together.
We gotta rewind. This is Sierra.
Yes, if you don't know me,
you gonna know her. You gonna see a lot of her.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot my ring.
Hold on. Most of y'all know me from her though. You know?
Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're back. We're back. We're a little lit. Let me tell you, this topic today.
It's deep.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna step on a few toes. I hope y'all ready because I'm not.
It's not meant to step on toes, by the way. Let's just clarify that.
It's not meant to step on toes, but it's like one of them topics that black people have, like mental illness and stuff. The one of them topics black people don't talk about in public.
It's meant to be quiet or hushed up.
A hush topic, but we're gonna talk about it. So I feel like that's why it's gonna step on a few toes. And we have Cece here. What's your name on Instagram?
Beautiful C.
Beautiful C on Instagram. Because I have 3 fathers. She has 3 fathers too. And I realized once I put this topic out there that it's more normal. I'm not gonna say normal. More common. More common than more than us. More people go through it. Because I got like 3 or 4 people tell me I got 3 daddies too.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was that common. I thought I was the only one. So that's one reason why I want to talk about it. Because you know, sometimes you feel like you're the only one going through something. Let's get started. What we starting at? Where we started? How we found out?
So unlike Aaliyah, I found out that I had a biological daddy. I was in 3rd grade. I think I was at the Queen. I was at the Queen in 3rd grade. That was this girl so happened to be my cousin from my biological daddy. She knew of me. I guess she was told or something. Maybe her mama told her. I don't know. I didn't know though. And she told me because she said, "Hey, your dad is such and such." Are we saying names? Okay. Your dad is such and such.
No names.
I said, "Hell no, girl, that ain't my daddy. My daddy's, you know, this is my daddy over here." She's like, "No, my mommy told me your daddy is blah blah blah." What the hell this bitch talking about? So, you know, long story short, I went home and I told my grandma at the time. She's like, "Oh, well, Sierra, I guess it's time for us to tell you." I said, "Tell me what?" Mind you, this little girl at school just rained on my whole fucking world, turned my world like upside down. Like it was like,
really?
I remember going home and asking my grandmother.
I thought you met him. I thought the first time you seen or knew about him was.
I seen or knew about him when I was in, I want to say 5th grade. We were
when I was at the store.
We were at Family Dollar at Gilman Circle, and he seen me. He looked me in my eyes and walked off. But my grandma had already told me about him in 3rd grade.
So you're right. It wasn't.
I already knew about him. Yeah, it wasn't a shocker when I first looked at him, but it was a shocker when I was in 3rd grade. My grandmother sat me down and told me, because I remember I was living with my mom at the time, but my grandma had me call my mom. My mom tried to explain everything to me, but as me being that young, I didn't really understand. I said, okay, so I got this man that I knew all my life would be my daddy. I also got the man that my mom is married to now, the one that kind of raised me and like took care of me. But I also have a biological daddy. So y'all have to think about it. I got sisters on my stepdaddy side sisters and brothers on my biological daddy side that I'm still trying to get to know. Like, it's a lot of little ones I don't know. Then on my fake daddy side, the one I grew up with and know, I'm really close to them brothers and sisters. Like, we grew up knowing I grew up knowing that was my siblings, like, all my life. So when my grandmother and mama told me that I had this father, it was like,
it's a whole
I got
new
some
world.
more new people to meet. So that means I met my grandmother after that. I met 2 aunts after that. It was crazy. It was like the whole 9. So now I know why, you know, because I kind of resemble my mama, but it's like,
you know,
I more look like, I know where my looks and stuff come from now, like why I act the way I act sometimes, because I always was like the outside child, like.
Where do you fit in? The black sheep.
Baby, let me tell you, them is my people, okay? Them is my people. That's what I'm told. Like,
well, I guess the same thing.
Then again, I don't really know them like that to see. But as in, like, you know how I like to look good all the time and stuff like that. Mama said I get that from him because, like, my daddy was like that growing up. Like, he was like always trying to look good, be stopping traffic.
My mom said the same thing about my real daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you act just like your daddy.
And you do, because I met your daddy like twice. You do. But yeah, that's my story. You know?
Okay, it's my turn. So how did I find out about my daddy? I want to say 6th or 7th grade. 7th or 8th grade. 7th or 8th grade, my mama called me into her room just randomly, and she was like, you know, such and such might not be your daddy. And at that age, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you don't really care. Like, okay. Because, I mean, me and him didn't have the best relationship, so it's just like.
I cared. I was emotional. But okay.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm not emotional, but it's just like, I'm nonchalant.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. And I left out the room. I ain't think nothing of it. Then my mama had told me the dude that could possibly be my daddy, she told me his name. And so when she told me about this, it was 6th or 7th grade. But fast forward to 9th grade summer, me and the dude that my first dad, me and his mom went to Virginia. And so when we flew back from Virginia, I was just in the room on Facebook. And so I typed in the dude name that could possibly be my dad. And I sent him a friend request.
How old were you this time?
14.
Wow.
14. Been going through this for 10 years. I'm not gonna say going through, just been
on the ups and downs of it
for 10 years. So when I sent him a friend request, I'm not gonna say he knew who I was, like, as his daughter, but I guess he kind of already knew that it could have, like, I guess he knew what my mama knew. It could possibly be a chance that I was his daughter. So when I sent him a friend request, he sent me a message. And from there, we start communicating or whatever. And eventually, we end up taking a DNA test. And that's when I found out he was my daddy. So when I found out he was my daddy, it kind of started a ruckus between the person I thought was my daddy and that family, because it's just like, who is this new man? And because I didn't really express to them the whole process of me finding a new daddy or finding my real daddy, or if they even knew that I had another daddy.
Yeah, okay, so your situation is more
and you was a kid. I'm 14 doing it on my own, like trying to figure it out, like
scared. Like, it's just
like who? So the people that I know my whole life as my family, all of a sudden I ain't related to them. So then I have a new family that I'm related to but I don't know nothing about. So I'm on both sides, like, well, I don't know y'all, but I know y'all, but y'all not kin to me, but that's a lot.
Yeah, so I had time to get used to it. You did not. It was like a rush right into it.
It's more of like you feel like a black sheep on both sides.
Yeah.
And my mama family, our family isn't that big, or we're not as close. So I'm just in between families, trying to get to know this side, trying not to hurt this side.
Wow, I didn't think of it that way.
So the reason I'm talking about it now is because that situation closed me off, because I don't want to talk to either side, because
You feel like
I don't belong on either side.
Ugly duckling.
I feel like the stepchild on both sides.
Yeah.
So imagine how for 10 years, that's why I never put all my family together.
What do you think about when you get married?
Yeah, why you think I'm expressing it now? Because, bitch, I'm not going through this.
I always think about it. Am I going to have 3 days? Walk me down the aisle?
We didn't even get to the stepdaddies yet.
We have stepdaddies.
I think, out of all of me, I think my stepdaddy impacted me the most, because that's who I live with. That's who I seen majority of my life, I'm not gonna say in and out of my life, but a constant for a while before, whatever.
Same.
But yesterday is still there.
And he said, him and my mom's been married for like 13 years. And that's all I knew my mama being with, other than like my sister's dad when I was really, really little. But my mom been married to him for a long time, and that's all I know. That was like my father figure, him and my fake dad as a woman. And it affects us with relationships.
Affects us with relationships.
Because my boyfriend, I look for all of that in him. Everything that my biological daddy didn't teach me or was around with me, I look for that in him. And I notice I don't do it on purpose, but like as for safety, as for anything, like when I'm with that nigga, I feel like nothing in this world can touch me, okay? And that's just because, I don't know, it's not like he does it on purpose, he protects me on purpose, but it's like
that's who he is, and that's what you
he's
like.
My protector, like this. Ain't nobody gonna come for me.
I feel like you're supposed to feel like that though, to a certain extent. I feel like you're supposed to feel like that to a certain extent, but at the same time, you should already had that.
I should have had that.
As a father, you should already have that in your life, and then the next nigga just take on the role.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes, you know, because I'm conceited or whatever, I shouldn't be. But I'd be like, it's me. Why wouldn't he want to fuck with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's me. Like,
I feel like that has nothing to do with you. It could be something, like I was talking to Kristen earlier, it could just be something that's passed down. Maybe he didn't have a daddy. Maybe something happened in his life.
He didn't. Actually, his daddy was murdered.
So think about how all this trickles down to just you. It's not even to take it personal. That's why some of the stuff I can't even take personal, because they were kids at the time. Our parents were kids, just figuring it out.
How was your mom when she had you?
She was 20.
My mom was 15 when she conceived me and 16 when she had me. So my mama was really young. I would say my biological dad was probably like 17.
So exactly, trying to figure it out. Imagine
I don't even know this man's birthday.
You know how old he is?
No, I don't even know. I don't even know if he was 17, my mama. Girl, when I tell you I do not know this man, like I know, like my sister and my brother, like we cool. We, like my sister even came and lived with me for a little bit. Like we real cool, but I don't know, like,
and see, that's the thing. That's how I feel about my biological dad. Like, I'm not close with that sister like I am with the fake daddy, because I grew up with her, so I know her. And it's like, I want to have a relationship with all my siblings, because at the end of the day, it's hard. To me, I feel like it's hard to, once you get to a certain age, it's like, how do you build a relationship with somebody that you never knew?
Yeah, and it's hard, because it's like, why do this to us? Like, we supposed to know all of our siblings. We're supposed to be close, like, not even close, but cool, like able to be around them.
Because I feel like my fake daddy mama, she made sure me and my sister was close. So me and her have a good relationship with outside of my grandma. But I feel like my biological daddy, his daughter, me and her don't have just a genuine natural relationship, even though we act just alike, which is so scary. We act just alike, but we don't have a natural relationship. And I don't want to force a relationship on somebody.
Yeah.
Because that's... Next subject. I'm getting hot.
You're not. You want to take a
shot? Come on. Let me see what else we got. So
yeah.
Biological daddy, fake daddy, stepdaddy.
But how can we expect? I mean, like, we gotta think about it.
How can we expect these?
We were raised by some of the greatest grandmas in this world, okay?
That's why I'm not even mad about the situation, because it happened for a reason.
It made us us. This made us Aaliyah and Sierra. We wouldn't be Aaliyah and Sierra without these fake daddies, biological daddies, and
Aaliyah and Sierra, goddammit. Yeah, you're right. But that don't mean it don't come with issues, though.
Oh, we come with issues.
Not issues. Challenges. We're gonna say challenges. I'm not gonna say I got daddy issues. Got some daddy challenges, okay?
I got daddy issues.
I don't want to say that. That sounds so heartbroken. Like, come, let me help you, child. Help me.
Like we just thank God we had good mamas, good grandmothers. Good,
but I feel like
good stepdaddies.
I feel like I was raised with a bunch of women and very few males. So all I know, like, this last situation or with my relationship or whatever, all I got was women opinions. I ain't got no male opinion. If I had a male opinion, the situation probably wouldn't happen as long.
It's like, you probably would cry at your daddy's funeral, your biological daddy. Because I don't know. It's like, y'all, I don't know this biological man. Like, I met him.
Biological man.
I seen him once in the grocery, like in the family store at one time.
Y'all don't spend time together?
No, like I think one time we all went out to eat. Okay, that's what I'm about to tell you. I graduated from high school. I was like 18, and that's when he told me he wanted to meet me. Whatever. I met him at his mom's house, which is my grandmother, and I met him. And he was cool.
How did that make you feel, honey? Was it awkward?
I was nervous and awkward. It was weird because
was it like a first date?
The whole Port Arthur know me as being this one dude's daughter. Like every time I go around,
so you feel like you feel like you betrayed another family.
Yeah,
you feel like you betrayed your other daddy.
Yes, and it's hard on me because it's like I want to be cool with everybody, but it's like
you in a fucked up situation.
I'm in a fucked up situation, and we met, and that was it, y'all. We would talk every now and then. Some days we go months without talking because I don't know this man. I don't feel anything for this man. Like yes, this is my biological daddy, but it's like. And I'm sorry for saying, no, I don't apologize because it's the real. I don't know if I would cry or get emotional if he died because I don't know this man. I don't know anything about this man, y'all. I don't know this man birthday, his favorite holiday. I don't know nothing. Like, I know his whole name, but that's about it. That's the thing. Like, I don't know anything. So, the only thing I would be probably crying about at the funeral was like, damn, that I didn't get to know him. I didn't have a relationship with him.
Like, damn, this man died.
My future kids are never gonna get able to
And I think that's why it's starting to be more important now because as you get older, as you go, especially watching This Is Us, but as you get older, it's like, okay, you want your father to be there when you have a child. You want your father to be there when you get married. You just want your father to be there. And so by us having more than one father, it's just like, you don't want to step on anybody's toes, but at the same time, I know one person be my daddy for the first half of my life, another person be my daddy the second half of my life. I know another daddy that was feeling in between those two daddies. So it's just like, who is my real daddy?
And my fake daddy, like I just love him to death. Like that was all I knew growing up.
He's sweet, and the fact that he took on the road to raise you.
Yes, and that's how we're kind of cousins, guys. Okay, so
we cousins,
break it down.
Let me tell you how we cousins. We cousins between our fake daddies.
Our fake daddies are brothers.
No. Your fake daddy and my stepdaddy are
brothers.
So
I never thought of it that way.
We fake related.
Her stepdaddy and my fake daddy are brothers. Like they have the same daddy. They both have the same last name. They look like just one light skin and one darker.
But see, that's why I can't even be mad at my stepdaddy because okay, he introduced me to a whole new family because that's how I got you and Kristen
and Tori
and all that family. Yeah. So it's just like that was necessary. That's why I don't feel like none of this wasn't like I'm not mad at anything happened, but it's just like I can't hold on to it.
God put people around you for a reason. That's just what it is. And
at the time when we met, 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade.
I was in 5th grade. You was in 6th.
I didn't even know I had a fake daddy yet, and you didn't. Did you know? You knew, but
I had just like I knew, but I had just found out in 3rd grade. But I knew.
But see, when you go through things at that moment, you don't know how it really affects you until later down. Like now, it didn't affect me then. It's just like whatever. Well, I lied.
When we're kids, we put stuff deep inside of us. So.
No, I lied because I feel like when I found out about my real daddy, that's when I start like actually. I'm not gonna say I was being fast, but that's when I started just not even acting out, just taking into consideration dudes like having boyfriends and spending time with my boyfriend, I guess numbing the pain or whatever.
Numbing the pain, yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that around the time you
That's when I lost my virginity. Right after I found out about my real daddy. So you think that they play a part. Cause it's basically like acting out. Like, okay, what's she? Like I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. That's what she was thinking. Like, it is what it is.
That's crazy. Come on,
I don't remember what happened when I was in 5th grade when I met this man. I mean, when I first seen him at Family Dollar.
Did it affect you that day?
I don't remember.
Was you hurt? So you knew? Okay, you knew it was your daddy.
I was hurt, but you know what? It's weird what we do. You know, it's weird how we act because I remember it, but then like I tried to force myself to forget it. But I didn't even know I was forcing myself.
You forced yourself to forget it because it made you feel some type of way.
I gotta go back and read my book because you know that was like the first chapter I wrote was that scene.
So you're gonna write a book, y'all.
I'm writing a book, guys. But yeah, it's weird how we are when we're kids. We ball stuff up and don't even know that we.
Because I guess as a child, you don't like. As a child, you're a child. Like, I feel like that situation kind of forced me to grow up a little bit too soon. Like, it forced me to grow up and it forced me to close up. Because I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about having 2 daddies. I don't want to talk about, yeah, this not my daddy anymore. Yeah, this my new daddy.
It's almost embarrassing. Nice.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like, not a mental illness, but that shit'll drive you crazy.
It's a trigger.
Trigger warnings. That shit'll hurt.
But you know, I've been with my boyfriend for almost 5 years, March. And he never met my biological daddy. Never met. He met my fake daddy and he met my fake grandparents, my fake aunts and uncles, my stepdaddy people, my mama people. He has never met my biological people. Other than my sister when she
Do you
stayed with
have
us.
a relationship with your biological daddy, mama?
No. She's nice, y'all. She really pretty. I see why I get my looks from sometimes, because you know, because I'm mama pretty too. But she is really like my biological grandmother is really pretty. She's really nice. She comments on all of my Facebook pictures.
Really?
Always telling me how beautiful I am and how proud of me she is.
But I feel like, because with my daddy, with his mama, she's really beautiful. And she acted just like my fake grandma too. It's crazy how much they act alike.
They real grandmotherly, huh?
Yeah, like they real, you know, motherly or whatever. But at the same time, you can't force that relationship.
I know.
At a certain age, I feel like you can't force it. It's just like, at this point, we're 2 women.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how do you can't adopt a grandchild at 15?
Do your biological people support you?
Support me with what?
Because whenever I graduated high school, my biological grandmother, my aunts, everybody, my biological daddy wasn't there. He never really was there for nothing. But his sisters and his mama, and my sister and brother, I give them their props. They showed up to everything. Honey, they showed up to high school graduation, college graduation, little other stuff, like, you know, and
My daddy does, and his daddy does. My daddy and my grandpa do.
okay.
My grandma, I don't think she came to my graduation.
But
I think she do. I think she did. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say she didn't. I think she did. But as far as like, I remember I didn't have a graduation party because I didn't want to mix the families. Like, that's literally my reason for not having a graduation party.
Same.
I did not want to mix the families. Like,
I had a party, but I was nervous, and mom was like, "So, who gives a fuck?"
and see, that's what I think. Like, I think our mamas might not understand the actual
No, they don't. They
the
don't.
depths of how we feel about it. It's not that we embarrassed, but it's just like,
It's like I don't want to get into it. You know, like it's like
we don't want to get in. I don't want to talk about.
I don't want to get into.
I don't
That's
wanna talk
what
about
it
right now.
is. That's what it is.
Just like, cause you know, just like I was telling you earlier about that scene on This Is Us, when they had this lady tell this girl that was adopted by a family that she looked like her foster daddy. Now, for someone to tell me that I look like my fake daddy is just like an insult to me. Like,
Like, that's not my daddy.
how I look like him. Or when I meet my real family, it's just like, well, where you been at all these years? You know,
Everybody still say I look like
fake daddy.
my fake daddy people. I'm always about to say some names because I'm tired of saying fake daddy, biological daddy, step daddy, all that shit.
It's a respect thing. You don't want nobody in their business. I mean, y'all probably
Y'all all know us.
Y'all-
You gonna know who I'm talking about. You all y'all. So
ain't nobody. We could put this video and they still ain't gonna know who the real daddy, fake daddy, step daddy.
some people might know because my last name. That's the thing, y'all. So my biological daddy, I always had his last name. And my dumb ass growing up, I was just like, because my little brothers and sisters and stuff, like, they had my fake daddy last name. Because I kind of lived with my grandma for most of my life. And they all had this one last name. I never even realized to that day in 3rd grade when that girl told me, yeah, look, she said, that's why your last name is Roberts. I was like, oh!
I mean, as a child, I mean, you just
Yeah, I don't be knowing.
know,
I'm just like, when people used to ask me, I was like, oh, I got my mama's last name. And as I grew up, I was like, that's not even my mama's last name. Whose last name is this? It was his last name, baby. I had his last name the whole time. And, like, I have his first initial. Like, his name started with a C, his last name ended with an R.
Oh, just tell him don't do that. But damn, Sierra.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he knew I was his child. Like, deep down, he knew. My mama knew. But it's like, he wasn't around. So, and I can't necessarily 100% blame it on him because there was a lot of shit that endured between him, my mom, and my grandmas and shit like that. Mind you, they were young. They were like 16. So I can't.
There was some children.
There was some children, so I can't just blame it on him. But he got a lot to do with it. Let's just say that. And
But I feel like as far as the name thing, like once I met my daddy, I was already in high school, and he wanted me to change my last name to his, and I'm just like, hell no. Like, sir, I'm already in homeroom. I've been in the B's my whole life. I'm not changing my last name.
I can see why he wanted you to.
I can see why he wanted me to. But I'm not doing it. We know it's enough. I mean, I guess it's kind of disrespectful to not take your daddy's last name.
It's like not taking your husband's last name. You his wife.
Kind of rebellious or whatever. But
I just wasn't comfortable with it.
I wasn't comfortable with the idea of changing my homeroom, changing my position when I graduated from the B's to the other ones. No, we're not doing that, sir. It's not even. I guess that is very disrespectful. Especially for a man, for your daughter not tell your last name.
Yeah.
That's a pride thing.
It is. He's a man. What is his zodiac sign?
Capricorn. What?
No shame. My mama Capricorn. Hey, mama.
Hey, mama. Mama, I love you.
Hey, mama.
Oh, my God. What else we got? Why is this such a touchy blah, blah, blah?
I don't know why you heard anything there. You should have just went off the top of your dome.
We did.
I did. I got notes and I still went off my head.
How we found out.
What else you want to talk about?
How it impacted us. How it has impacted me. I think as far as men go, that's the biggest downfall. It closed me up, but I'm open now. I think my last relationship opened me up to now I can talk about all this stuff.
You were closed off for a while, and then when you started dating this dude, you know, you was open. That's all I remember. Like, I was just like, Aaliyah, you in your feelings? Are you? Like, I was like, who the fuck?
So this last relationship opened me up. So that's why I'm thankful for that relationship, because it opened me up. Because
I've been closed you back off, did it?
It didn't close me off at all.
Okay.
I'm emotional right now.
Yeah, you are. She's not an emotional person, y'all. Like, it's like, if you see her crying, it's like, who the fuck I gotta go kill? Because if Aaliyah's crying, I seen you when you we don't talk about that. That was a moment. I've seen her cry though, but it's like when you see her cry, you know somebody really hurt her, because
that's not something I do. Especially not in public.
I would burn this whole
Quisha would never let anybody forget her see me cry.
Oh yeah, she told me about 3 times. But if you see, like, this is my baby. Like, you can't make her cry.
If you see me cry in front of you, it's a real issue. Well, maybe not now, because I'm emotional now. My heart is on my sleeve now, like.
You just went through a lot this last month, so of course. But yeah.
Yeah. Not too much.
So that's how it has impacted you? I don't know how it has impacted me. I had a lot of shit going on in my life when I was growing up, so it's like, two major things happened to me growing up. Was this daddy situation and some other thing. But it's like,
it doesn't define you? Does it define you?
Okay. So another thing why I have this, like, I don't like to hold grudges to people, but another reason why I feel some type of way about my biological daddy is because I went through a lot when I was little. Okay, let's just say that. And
not having that male support.
And I recently, before we stopped talking, because we haven't talked in like, when is that? When me and him had that blow up? Like
an hour ago. A year ago?
Like a year ago. Me and him had this blow up. Like, I don't know this man. This man tried to come at me crazy. My biological daddy tried to come at me crazy. He was talking crazy.
Like some hoe on the street.
He literally, I'm going to tell you what he said. He told me, he called me a bitch and a hoe. I don't know if he was on drugs then. I don't know what it was, but it really hurt my feelings because it was like, I'm trying to get to know this man. Like, I cried. And when my boyfriend found out I was crying, baby, he wanted to come and burn this motherfucking place down. Like, he was pissed. It was like, it was a lot I was going through. And around that time, me and him got into it, like 3 days before that, I had told him, like, what had happened to me when I was younger and so I was molested when I was younger. And I had just told him.
So you told him something like one of my
biggest secrets, my biggest things that I go through. I still go through this. You think you go through stuff when you was younger and it just go away, but it will not go away. As you get older, it impacts me, it affects me. So I told him that, and 3 days later we got in this big old fight. And I ain't never talked to him since, honestly, and that was a year ago. So
Well,
that's why
hurtful.
I hold something against him, and I try
That's
not to.
hurtful.
I try not to hold a grudge. 'Cause I've been told that I hold grudges, but
Going forward, how do you think? Let's say 5 years from now, what do you think you'd be with your daddy?
I don't know. I still don't think I would talk to him. I just don't feel like we would ever have a relationship. We won't ever. I don't feel like it's not. I'm open to it, but then at the moment right now, I'm not open to it.
I feel like honestly, for me and my daddy to have a close relationship, something major is gonna have to happen, like a birth or God forbid a death.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Because me and him act so much alike and we're so much standoffish, it's ridiculous. And it's like when we do come together, it's just like we both feel like, and we just, I stray away from it sometimes because it's just like, I don't like awkwardness.
She don't like small talk.
Like, I'm just gonna avoid all the fakeness, awkwardness at all costs. Cause me, I'm gonna go somewhere and get comfortable. Like, hey girl, I'm gonna do that. And so for me, I guess maybe it's the feelings that go with it that makes it awkward. It's just like, you my daddy, nigga. Hey, hey baby.
But like I was telling you yesterday, it's always gonna be some awkwardness between y'all. You gotta think about his side too. It's like, dang, like this is my daughter. Like,
yeah, and I feel like on his side, it's just like we didn't get to bond. Like, we never got a chance to bond, so we never got a chance to, I'm not gonna say never, we didn't have a chance to build a relationship. Well, we did, but because I'm not gonna lie, when I found out about my daddy, we had a good relationship. Like, not say good relationship, we got to know each other throughout school. When I met him from 9th grade, 10th grade to when I graduated, me and him, we talked all that time. But like after I graduated, it's like we kind of, I'm not gonna say fell off, but drifted apart. I talked to him hey, how you been, and keep it moving. I talk to him on holidays, happy birthday, this, that, and the third. But it's not, oh, I'm about to call my daddy and see what he doing type shit.
Yeah, it's never been like that. Now with my fake daddy, I mean, we kind of drifted off as I got older, but
not even my fake daddy. I talk to him. He give me a happy birthday. I give him a happy birthday, and that's like the only time we talk. Even if I go to my grandma's house, we like 2 ships in the night. It's just like, you
know what I noticed about you? You, unlike me, but you have not had a real like male figure in your life.
I told you.
Because even with your stepdaddy, it's like he was there, but when it was him and your mama did, like, went their separate ways, it's like, okay, where's
no constant daddy.
And then your fake daddy, he don't talk to you at all.
We never really had a good relationship. No, I'm not gonna say good relationship. We never had a relationship.
Let us clear this up. Our fake daddy's mothers, which is our grandmothers, that's the one that really like
our blessings.
Our blessings. That's who impacted my life.
That's not constant.
I mean, other than my mom, but that's who impacted my life. Like, that's my grandmother. Ain't nobody can tell me otherwise.
Yeah. And I was so hurt when she found out that I had another daddy. It was like, well, I'm sorry. But it's like, she was so like, it's not your fault. But it's just like, I guess kind of embarrassing for her. Because it's like, they had to hear from the streets. And I don't know why. I guess that's when my mama just stepped in and told her what was going on. Because I didn't tell her what was going on. But at the same time, I was still a child. I was only 14, 15. So it's just like, they heard from the streets, you got a new daddy. Like, bitch, who is this new daddy you got? I'm just like, I mean, because whatchamacallit, my fake dad called me going off, talk about, oh, you out here saying such and such is your daddy, where you get this from, da, 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 da. And I was,
called you going off.
He called me going off, and
you a child at this point. He
called
your mama.
No, he called me going off, talking about, you got this new nigga, you calling daddy, da, 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 da. And I was so hurt. I was so hurt, and like 5 minutes later, my grandma called me. She didn't even speak on the subject. She was just like, "Hey, I'm just calling, make sure you're all right. Make sure you need anything."
Calling daddy though. Wait, let's go back to that. What are you talking about?
Like, you know, okay, so for instance, in Port Arthur, as soon as some mess get out, it's just like such and such her daddy now, such and such not her daddy no more, and it's just like he called me.
But he should have called you and asked, "Okay, are you okay? What happened? What did you hear?"
No. It's just like, you such and such your daddy now? What? Exactly. And so after he called me like 5 minutes, like my grandma called me, she didn't even speak on the little daddy situation, and she just called me because she told me later on, she's like, I just called to make sure you was okay. I didn't want him to rile you up or hurt your feelings or nothing like that. Because my grandma, she real understanding, which I don't understand how, but she real understanding. So she wanted to lighten the situation, which it did, because at that moment I feel like she was there. Because my mama, she was with her husband at the time, and so at that moment I was just like, what I'm supposed to say,
what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to handle this. It's like,
so that's why I feel like I closed off. Like, I can't handle this on no situation when I hurt somebody feelings. Even now I feel like it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings because it happened to me.
Definitely.
That's crazy.
This is very crazy.
We're gonna look back on this tomorrow and be like, damn, y'all hurt. I'm gonna still reach out.
It's like, no, I'm not reaching out no more. I'm not reaching out anymore because it's like,
But you have 3 times. You have a father figure though.
I do have my stepdaddy and my fake daddy and my pawpaw. That's all I need, really.
Oh, my pawpaw is not my biological daddy.
He's nice.
Daddy.
He's sweet.
He's a grandpa.
And you know,
my mama daddy ain't shit.
so damn. My mama daddy, that's my everything. That's my pawpaw too. So I did have a lot of men around me growing up, and who impacted my life was really my fake daddy, my grandfather, my mama's daddy, which is my grandfather, my stepdaddy.
My daddy, he impacted my life growing up in high school. Now it's just like high and by type of situation. See you on the holiday situation.
I believe my biological daddy loved me though. I really do. I think he just in a fucked up situation.
My daddy never told me he loved me.
Your biological daddy? Do you love you, or is he trying to put up with you? What you think? I mean, but it's hard to love.
I'm not gonna say he trying to put up with me. I feel like it's just like, oh, I'm her daddy. It's like, oh, I'm her daddy. I should do this.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't see how me and him could be on these terms now. Like, even when he was in jail, I went to go see him. We talked a lot, and then all of a sudden now we don't talk no more.
We might already talk. I just don't know what it's gonna take to have her. I don't know what a father-daughter relationship look like, and I feel like I kind of aim. I'm not gonna say aim, but I kind of like men like that already have daughters, which is weird.
You say you like men that are.
I'm not gonna say I like them, but I like them.
You like men that got kids. That makes sense.
It makes sense. It's not that I want to like him. It's just like, oh, look at him with his daughter. That's cute.
You know, did you ever watch that segment on the Red Table Talk? Jada Pinkett didn't have a father figure. Well, her father was a drug addict. He was in her life off and on. And when she first had her daughter and she seen how Will Smith was,
I heard about that.
She was like, I just was like.
Yeah, and I feel like that, but at the same time, I want that to be my child. And that's why I'm so adamant about having one. Like, I'm not nobody's fucking baby mama. It's gonna be a husband, and it's gonna be our children. It's not gonna be no in and out our life. It's gonna be one family. And that's why I'm not gonna say I wouldn't date a man with a child, but it's just I'm not going for that shit no more. Cause you already got you already got your other family going on, and that don't fit into my lifestyle.
Definitely. So, in closing, I was gonna say this video was not to hurt anybody's feelings, step on any toes. This was about our healing. This is a process. This is my truth, goddamn. This is our truth. This is our story. There's, you know, no ill intent to it.
But you gotta know what it took for us to say this.
I just want to thank everybody who had a, you know, who raised me and who was in my life and impacted my life. I greatly appreciate it because I wouldn't be Sierra without y'all. So
I wouldn't be Aaliyah without a lot of shit.
Without a lot of shit.
A lot of hurt. But I feel like all that hurt is who molded me to who I am. Because I live a little bit after the hurt, which is so weird. You would think I'd be broken right now. I should be broken right now.
I feel like the same way. Like,
I should
Especially what you just went through, yeah.
I should be in somebody's motherfucking crazy house on the couch. Definitely. Wrap the fuck up.
Definitely.
But I don't let that define me. So I forgot. What's my next motherfucking me video is gonna be about if I'm gonna finish college this semester or not. Cause honey, let me tell you, I'm about to drop all these fucking classes. 100 likes if 100 likes if you want us to elaborate more on each daddy. Real daddy, fake daddy, step daddy. Comment below if you got 3 daddies.
Say I love all my daddies. That don't even sound right. That sounds real sexual. Scratch that. I mean, I you know.
You love your fathers.
I love my. I think I'm. I love them, and you know,
say that.
I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be me.
She wouldn't be scared with that. I'm not gonna say the same thing. I'm just gonna let him go.
And if I gotta have 3 motherfucking days walking me down the aisle to my husband, then I do.
I know you fucking lie. I ain't having 3 niggas walking me down the fucking aisle.
3. I mean, if I got to, I got to. You know, me and my biological daddy make up by then.
You gonna invite him to your? Well,
I would.
You know about to say?
I would invite him to my wedding.
You know about to say you gonna invite him to your funeral? Oh my god.
I hope he comes to my funeral.
No, bitch, you hope he did. Would you go to his funeral?
Yeah, I will go to. I just said that. Are you drunk? We just talked about, okay. So anyways, like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying.
We wrapping it up.
We wrapping it up.
That sounds nasty too.
We wrapping it up. Why you say name changed?
Somebody didn't want me to change my name.
He did? I didn't know that. When did he tell you that? What did you say? Damn, that's deep. He asked you to change your name?
Yeah. How the fuck I look like? What grade was?
Why didn't you ask your mama?
He did ask my mom.
What your mom say?
It was up to me. But how the fuck I look like? That was like 10th, 11th grade. How the fuck I look like going from Aaliyah Brand to Aaliyah Deal? My whole Aaliyah Deal.
D-E-A-L? Like the deal?
Or even hyphenated.
Aaliyah Brand Deal. Okay, what about when you get married? Supposed to keep your middle name?
Just think about me having home rooms gonna change from B to D.
Yeah.
Me graduating gonna change from B to D. And I've been B my whole life.
You've been B in it your whole life.
Exactly. Imagine, oh, your name's right.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, my last name was Martin.
But imagine being in high school and your name changed.
Oh, yeah. I think I was in kindergarten or something.
No. See, kindergarten different. Even middle school would have been different. High school? Who the fuck is Aaliyah Deal? And who the fuck is
That sound nasty. I don't like, you right. Oh, I'm dating Aaliyah Deal.
Cause
Aaliyah Deal that draw. Aaliyah Deal. Deal?